So welcome all once again. We're doing Group 1 race preview. It's Epsom Day at Randwick tomorrow. We've got three Group 1s on the card. And we're going to have a look at the Group 1 flight stakes for the three-year-old fillies. I've got Mark Rhoden on the line. How you going, Mark?
Very well, Mark. Very well.
Good stuff. Yeah, the first of the Group 1s at Randwick is the flight stakes. Reasonably small field, just the 7 runners. How does it shape up, I guess, in your view, map-wise to start with?
Map-wise, well, I assume that Vangelic will take up the running again, like she did last time. The interesting run in the race is Joviality, stablemate of the favourite Hungry Heart, who is stepping up from sprint trips up to the mile pretty abruptly, and I think she's there to perhaps just not to go mad in front or take on the leader, but just to make it a bit more truly run than it otherwise would have been. Dame Giselle's drawn 1, so that they probably would have rather than 3 or 4, I think, but it probably just winds up in the box seat and just going to need that touch of luck at some stage. Hungry Heart, I think, from 4 won't be too far away, especially given a fairly moderate pace, I think.
Good stuff. Well, yeah, there's only 7 of them, as we said, so I might quickly run through them. Number 1 is Dame Giselle, $2.50 with TopSport at the moment. Yeah,
I mean, I might as well do the top 2 as a pair because the race really does revolve around them. Yep. If I was a bookie or, doing what I did in a former life, being a price assessor and putting up markets, I'd have just put them up equal favourite and let the punters sort it out, which is pretty close to what the actual market has done here. I think Hart went up a slight favourite and there's been a slight push in her direction since they opened.
Yeah, so, Hungry Heart's $2.40 at the moment with TopSport, so yeah.
240 v 250 with TopSport, so it is pretty close with just that slight lean to Hungry Heart. I mean, the facts are pretty well known. Dame Giselle has the 2-0 record over Hungry Heart this time in. Hungry Heart is obviously the one who's looking for the 1600 the most, I think, and Dame Giselle maps in front of Hungry Heart in probably a moderately run race. So there's you can make a case for either of your picks, and you're probably right. I honestly I can't split them. I don't want to split them and, having a big bet one way or another at a pretty short price. I think you can make a good case for both of them, and I've actually marked them equal favourites at around 290.
Right.
So in terms of betting, not on either of these at this stage, but I wouldn't be surprised if the market came pretty heavily for Hungry Heart tomorrow, and if we saw Dame Giselle get out to 330 or something, then I'd be probably looking to chime in and go against the market.
Yep.
But at this stage, I think the market's pretty right.
Yeah, so even both even at about $2.90, and if one of them gets out, might be the way to go.
Yeah. Yes, I mean it could be Hungry Heart is the one that gets out, although I suspect it won't be.
Yeah. Okay. No worries. Of the others, you mentioned Joviality, which might go mad out front.
I don't think it'll go mad, but it's probably just going to try and make it a bit more truly run. I couldn't see her winning at 1600 in this class. Vangelic has led, and the other fillies got past her last time. But strangely enough, I think the 1600, especially if she gets some sort of control, will suit her better. I can't see her turning the tables on the 2 favourites, but I think she'll run well. The one I'm entertaining as a bet is actually Montefilia, number 4.
Okay.
She had 42 days off before the T-Rose that they all met in last time. And I think she was sort of steered towards the fence, which I think was the worst ground that day. So she didn't really get all favours, and she should derive some fitness benefit from that run as well. And she's certainly looking for the mile. Now, map-wise, she doesn't set up great, but if Joviality is there putting a bit of speed into the race for her stablemate Hungry Heart, that will play into the hands of Montefilia as well. So just the way I'm leaning at the moment as a betting proposition, I'd rather spec Montefilia than really go for one or the other of the favourites and charge in. So a small bet at Montefilia, I think you could, $9, $10 would be fantastic, double figure odds, or $10, $12 I would love. But it's probably backable at $9 for a spec sort of bet. The others, Miraval looks like an Oaks filly. She's going to be back in a moderately run mile, and I think $14 or whatever the price is at the moment is too short. I don't think she can win this race, but I would be looking for her to be closing off well again. on her oats preparation. And the other one, alighted, should be $1 trillion to 1.
Yeah, interesting market. 200 to 1 in a 7-horse race. So, don't give that much hope. All right, good stuff. So, a couple of favourites, which, as you said, pretty even on the market, and possibly a bit of a bet on Montefilia. So, should be an interesting way to go about it. So, thanks for that, Mark.
No problem at all.